We are back and flying around in Tales of the Abyss. Hey everybody, welcome. Before heading to the Absorb Gate in this exciting episode, trust me, it'll be exciting, I'm gonna show where the second sword dancer is, here near Engave, just a little to the west of Engave, because this is our last chance before big things happen. So just have to go to this search location and search, and let's get it on. Good way to start this episode, right? A big fight with a giant samurai thing that has lots of swords. Ugh. Boy, did he knock us all down. So he looks a little different than the first sword dancer, of course. Has some pretty unique weapons in his arms, but not too difficult. But if you're using these videos as kind of a walkthrough of the game, then now's the time to finish this guy off, so that you can access the third one during the end game. Easy peasy. Alright, so with that out of the way, I just wanted to quickly show where it was. The second sword dancer fight, and later we'll be doing the final one. And now we're going to continue our story. So welcome back everybody to Tales of the Abyss. Now we are headed to the Absorb Gate for the quote-unquote finale, sort of the northmost point on the world map as far as you can go. This giant vortex of death that you can see. And we'll be heading in here to confront Van. Now this dungeon is pretty long. Quite an epic dungeon. Once again, I really like the dungeons in this game. I mean, a lot of the newer Tales games, the dungeons just kind of feel, so repetitive, and I even know where the enemies are coming from. Like in Zesteria or Berseria, you're in a cave and you get to a wide open area, well that's where the enemies are, and then in the small corridors there are no enemies. And all the ruins just kind of look the same, and these repetitious rooms everywhere. I don't know. But this one feels quite a bit more unique. So let's head on in and check it out. Vesperia has some really good dungeons too, now that I think of it. The design is quite unique, and not a repetitive style of area, but got mixed sections, mixed paths. So we're gonna have to find blue, red, and yellow. Aoi, aka, kiro. So we're gonna have to find these three colors, as usual, to play the music. I'm here to play you the music, because this is Tales of the Songstress. That's what they should have called this, Tales of the Music. They give you a choice if you want to warp back. Kind of a shortcut. I'm not sure why you'd want to walk all the way, but I suppose we could do that too. I mean, there's not a whole lot to the backgrounds and such, but yeah, everything's pretty twisted. Makes me kind of feel like I'm on a roller coaster. So if you say no by accident, then oh, or just have to walk back. Which is always fun. I like looking at this infinite loop, funny shaped place. I mean, who would invent such a place? Actually, I would. I'd be totally like, this is what my future house is gonna look like. It's gonna have all these walkways that twist and turn around each other, and they all go nowhere. It's gonna be blue flames in front of the doors. So yeah, one of our goals is disabling all these flames. And I have Tyr's cat suit on to avoid most of the battles. But we will go ahead and do a few battles in here just to see the enemies. But to speed things up, I'll have Tyr with her sneaky cat outfit so we can sneak by all the enemies. So, activating that does not turn off the flames as you would expect, but turns on the elevator. This place is falling apart.
危なかった。外角大地が限界に近づいているのかしら。急ぎましょう。このまま世界を滅亡させるわけには参りませんわ。
A little bit of foreshadowing there. So yeah, this place is what a dungeon should really be. Massive, full of dead ends. My favorite place to be, dead ends. I'm just so attracted to all the dead ends in here. I'll literally be ending up at every single one of them, I'm sure. Some of them have a treasure chest, so just kind of looking around. And here's one for me. Just some money. Yep, I went to the same dead end twice. That's how much I love them. Just show me those dead ends. So yeah, this place can be pretty confusing. It's quite a complex dungeon, but our goal is just to kind of get down near the bottom. And then the complexity will increase from that point on. Just once I'd like to take the regular route and not end up in a dead end. I think the only way to do that is just memorize this place. More useless memories to store away in the brain. Instead of beam me up, Scotty, it's beam me sideways. The sideways portals are kind of a neat, different way to get around. Okay, so I think we're nearing the lower point. Gotta make sure I find all the dead ends. Yep, there's one. Found it. Okay, so here's the red flame guy. So we have to fight this boss to turn all the red flames off. Well, it's not really a boss. Group of enemies, I should say. And this will disable all the red flames, so we can progress a little farther. Punch! I wonder if Stan would be impressed with Ani's version of Satsugeki Bukoken, since I think that's a Stan original from Tales of Destiny. I wonder how Anis stays on there. All the swinging around. I think her hands were maybe glued to it, but occasionally you see her stand up. So apparently not. I always wondered why I could never get a stuffed animal like that in my childhood. Got all these silly stuffed animals like the one from that Michael Jackson moon dance show at Disneyland, Captain EO. Some little fuzzy creature in that. dance show that I remember so many years ago he did. Instead I get that instead of Tokunaga. The beat down Nuigurumi. Okay, so all the red flames are now gone, and we can kind of take a shortcut here. By going back up through the center instead of using the side doors. And the only reason to do this is just to get a couple of treasure chests, as I recall. So now this one's open, and the notes will all be back, so let me just go grab those right quick again. And let's go ahead and put them in. So you can find the colored notes in the same place as they were before. There's an extra green one down here for some reason. Okay, so went and just grabbed those things, and now we're back down to the bottom section, but on the right side instead of the left. Yeah, this place is pretty big. Love that ominous music. And now we're gonna have a big earthquake as the passage ring sections are falling apart. What's left of the upper crust is quickly collapsing and gonna fall into the abyss. So this is kind of an interesting part of the dungeon. We get separated from the other members of the group. And yeah, it's kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy VI. Splitting our party up into various groups to work together to do the puzzle. It's pretty cool. Can I shoot that? Might be too far. There we go. So the Tyr and Luke group, they're the only ones that can use Mew, because Mew goes with Luke, of course, wherever he goes. So I had to light all of those. Pretty sure I got them all. So that the other groups, have paths to cross. So now the puzzle is much more complex because you have to, use 3 different parties, 3 different groups, and coordinate to help each other down to the bottom. I think it's a pretty cool mechanic. makes the dungeon a lot more challenging. I know I can see a chest down there, but I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going here. Make sure I hit all the dead ends, of course, because that's the high quality content everybody wants to see. Blech. Can't speak anymore. It's so weird. After a week of work, I have difficulty speaking English. Just don't know why that is. Be like thinking in Japanese and then trying to speak in English. Some people know what I'm talking about. Or if you studied any other second language for that matter. Sometimes you can get them mixed up and garble one or the other. Unless you're one of those amazing people that can speak, like 7 languages, which I'm pretty sure I could never accomplish. My hat's off to such people. That's just amazing. Not a whole lot of excitement in this section. It's just red light, green light, kind of teleporters. They could have made this way more confusing of a maze, but it's already a little complex enough with having to, switch between 3 different groups of your main characters. Okay. Let's go ahead and switch to Jade. See where he's at here. Hopefully I went the right way. But yeah, some of the puzzles at the bottom of this place are a little confusing. So I'll show how to do them. Been practicing some Japanese tongue twisters recently. They're kind of fun. A lot more elaborate, I think, than some English ones. A little different in style. Quite interesting that different cultures have, different views of things. Finding some unique Japanese tongue twisters has been quite intriguing. Okay, so we can't get through. We need Mew to open that. This poor tentacle creature just can't seem to get a hold on us. Okay, so let's switch back to Mew. I mean Luke. Yes, Mew is the main character of this game. He is the MVP. Or MVC, most valuable creature, or the most valuable pet. Yeah, if it wasn't enough, we've got our 3 parties mixed up. And we've got multiple puzzles going on here. Okay, that opens that one. And we have a seesaw kind of puzzle to play on. Which I'm sure will require the traditional Tails blocks. Here's the blue flame in the way. So I think we need to switch. Should probably switch to Jade here instead. Sorry for the odd cut there. I just went ahead and swap to Jade instead of Guy because Guy couldn't really accomplish anything. So the next step needs to be with Jade and Anis. And there are a few cutscenes between, like the characters that are, just the 2 of them in each group. Kind of more talking about their relationship with each other. So I've kind of cut those out because, yeah, they take quite a bit of time. There was one there. And they don't add a whole lot to the story. Although Jade and Anis always have interesting dialogue. Okay, so we have these funny ledges here, where obviously we're supposed to have some blocks. Closed door. I hate it. Why is everything closed all the time? Okay, we'll figure this out. So we're gonna switch to Guy and have to fight this enemy. I went ahead and cut out the fight, and of course by defeating the enemy you get a cube, which will drop down there for somebody else to get. Gonna do Jade again, since Luke doesn't have access to the cube. And we need to drop it off the edge over there. I like how Jade pushes cubes, just doing one hand in his pocket. Now that is the manly way to push cubes around. Single-handedly. Okay, now we can go to Luke and use Mew. Or as Luke calls him, Butazaru. Butazaru. name to be proud of. And then a lot of people don't realize it, but Mew can break the cube. So if you're stuck in this puzzle, you need to have Mew break the cube so that another one will spawn. Or else you're kind of stuck. And then you'll have to fight another one with Guy here, and we're going to drop it off the other side. So it's not really obvious, but yeah, you have to destroy the cube with the Mew smash. So you can switch this to the other side. I think the first time I did this, it took me a while to figure out that I had to actually destroy the cube before I could get another one. Okay, so now both sides are open, so the other groups can get through. So we'll go ahead and have MacGyver go through first. And then we'll get Jade's group over there to the center. Yeah, it's kind of nice you can actually run around the enemies. I know a lot of, Tales games, they make the path too, so narrow that you have no choice but to fight the enemy, or the enemy takes up the entire space. So we're gonna fight all these living W's. And once that fight's done, the blue flames will be gone. Which I find a little bit odd, but yeah, apparently living W's cause blue flame. That's a good nonsense expression for the weak.
それはこちらのセリフですわ。あんまり遅いから心配しておりましたのよ。
Alright, so we have the party together, and going down that elevator, we will find ourselves in the basement with Captain Nemo playing the organ. Or maybe Beethoven's ancestor. I always found it kind of creepy, Vans here playing the organ music. Just like a supervillain would.
なぜお前はここに来るのは私と共に秩序を生み出すべきアッシュ。
And of course, he needed Ash to be there, not Luke.
ルークオリジナルだ。私の邪魔をするな、レプリカクス勢が。だったらなんで俺を作った？俺は誰で何のために生まれたって言うんだ？何かのために生まれなければ生きられない。
And the organ music is still going, even though he's standing up and not playing it anymore. That's some serious organ skills there, Van.
ユリアのスコアを覆す捨て駒として生まれた大王妃。ただそれだけだ。先生、本当に俺はそれだけの存在なんですか？
So this dungeon, took quite a while, and the upcoming fight is also fairly lengthy, so I'm probably going to go ahead and end this episode. after this epic confrontation, and in the next episode, we will have our big fight with Van. So make sure you don't miss that. It's gonna be pure epicness, if that's even a word.
2000年にも及ぶ歪みを矯正するには劇薬が必要だ。レプリカ世界が劇薬ですか。大した妄想力だ。
So we're gonna have this kind of, final speech with all characters, saying their piece.
だがレプリカの世界ってのも相当歪んでるぜ。
その通りですわ。
I love it.
あなたがその敬虚盲導を慎まねばジアが苦しみます。
総長の妹でしょ。妹と戦うなんて総長本気なの？
見してやるか。私も残念なのだ。お前がユリアシティでおとなしくしていれば。
He wanted to, of course, save Tyr, but nope. Tyr is just way too much involved. She's saying there, you can just make a replica of me, if I happen to die. Pretty profound statement there. So, in the next one, we're gonna have the ultimate showdown. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.
いや、バン！あなたが俺を認めなくても、俺は俺だ！
されごと。消えろ！